The Danube River Basin is a large region covering an area of 800,000 square kilometers where the Danube River flows through 19 countries. The basin is also home to various kinds of aquatic plants and animals, and there are several types of habitats for them to live in. These habitats are highly valuable because they help the environment and the economy. They have cultural or historical importance, and they are crucial for the people who live there. But the ecosystems in the basin are in trouble. Production of goods in factories and agriculture and their consumption and use by people in everyday life are harming the Danube plants and animals by polluting the water with chemicals. Some of those are very dangerous, and they can be harmful for both the whole ecosystem and human health. 24 different institutions from 14 countries have joined together in the Danube Hazard m3c project, funded by the Danube Transnational Program, to try and solve the problems caused by chemical pollution in the basin. Their goal is to use their knowledge and skills to find ways to make things better for plants, animals, and people.
We focused on the 3 M's of water governance: monitoring, modeling, and management, but also on the C, capacity building, to teach other people in the Danube Basin to better protect water quality.
To properly understand and manage pollution from hazardous substances in the basin, it's important to collect and analyze data on what chemicals are present in the environment. The project did just that by gathering pre-existing data from national and international databases, as well as conducting targeted measurements in 7 different areas in 4 countries. Over the course of a year, samples were collected from various environmental components and pathways of pollution. These samples were then analyzed for 17 specific parameters, such as pesticides, pharmaceuticals, heavy metals, industrial chemicals, and combustion products, in order to ensure precise and dependable findings. All the samples were analyzed in the same lab to guarantee that the results were consistent and trustworthy.
We created a comprehensive inventory of hazardous substances present in the basin, which is essential for developing effective management strategies. The collected data are now available in a user-friendly online database for everyone to access.
To better realize how hazardous substances are carried by water across the basin and how pollution affects the environment, the project used simulation models. By doing this, experts could figure out where the pollution comes from and how much flows into the river, and how well different strategies for pollution control might work. They created a special simulation model that was made to work on the conditions of the basin. First of all, they developed a large-scale model that accounted for the entire basin to understand the different sources of hazardous substances. Secondly, they tested and improved the model in small-scale pilot areas to figure out how chemicals move with water. By combining the results of both large-scale and small-scale studies, they were able to get a better understanding of the overall situation.
We used this information to recommend strategies based on different scenarios for reducing pollution and protecting the environment.
To correctly manage hazardous substance pollution, it's important to have regulations and policies in place based on science and research. In the course of the project, the team analyzed the current laws and policies on controlling hazardous substance pollution in all the Danube countries. They carefully assessed these policies to identify areas where they could be improved or made more consistent across different countries. The project used these findings to develop a guidance document. This document provides recommendations for policy instruments and measures that are best suited for managing pollution caused by hazardous substances in the basin.
Based on the guidelines, we contributed to the 2021 update of the Danube River Management Plan. By incorporating our findings, the new plan provides more comprehensive and effective approach to the management of the hazardous substance pollution.
Capacity building is an important part of the project. In total, 7 national and 4 international training events were organized to help professionals learn about the best practices for monitoring and modeling hazardous substances. More than 400 experts who work in the water field attended these events and learned about the best ways to monitor water quality, run laboratory tests, and use simulation models. The project results were presented and discussed with international experts at a conference and a workshop held during the 25th International River Symposium in Vienna. By sharing knowledge and improving the skills of people who work with water, the project is helping to ensure a healthy and sustainable future for the basin.
Under capacity building activity, we also created a technical manual to guide the monitoring and modeling of hazardous substances pollution for practitioners. This manual will be very helpful for people who work in water management or are interested to learning more about our project findings.
The project successfully delivered several valuable tools and documents that can aid in tackling hazardous substances pollution in the basin. These include an online database of collected data, modeling tools and results, a policy guidance, and a technical manual. These resources can be accessed on the project's webpage, where you can also find out more about the project outcomes and achievements.
In Danube Hazard m3c, we created a science policy interface by linking scientific investigations with policy recommendations. We strongly believe that the technical knowledge, the practical tools, and the guiding documents, which have been jointly developed by the project partners, will be very useful for the Danube countries at both national and transboundary level.
Indeed, working together is key to addressing the issue of hazardous substances pollution in the Danube River Basin. Thanks to the Danube Hazard m3c project, institutions from 14 countries joined forces to collect data, develop models, and provide guidance for managing pollution. By working together and sharing knowledge, the project has paved the way towards a cleaner, healthier, and safer Danube River Basin.
There are some who say that people are crazy and times are strange, but we'll keep on working for the Danube and its people. So keep an eye on updates of our work, but don't forget, there's no success like failure, and failure's no success at all.